Well, hello and welcome to this latest podcast. It's now the Raise Your Bars podcast with myself, Chris Baker, and with Al. How you doing, Al?
I'm fantastic, Chris. We missed last week because I was away traveling, and
Mhm.
so it's good to be back with you, my friend.
It is. It is. So, what we wanted to do today, this is going to be a very short episode because we just want to introduce something that we're going to do over the next, I think it's 9 or 10 weeks. And this is something that I talked about a little bit on social media, and it's regarding a show that I've been watching for the last 3 years or so called Ted Lasso. And what we're going
Mhm.
to do is we are going to do a series of podcasts on leading with Ted, and it's unleashing the power of leadership lessons from Ted Lasso.
That's
And so
amazing. I'm so excited.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So, we're going to embark on an exciting journey, which is going to explore the incredible world of Ted Lasso and the invaluable leadership lessons it has to offer. And I'm thrilled that you're here listening to this. And there's going to be a 10 episode series where we delve deep into the wisdom and inspiration behind this beloved TV show.
That's amazing. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Ted Lasso, let me give you a brief introduction. So Ted Lasso is a charming feel-good comedy series that actually debuted in 2020, and it follows the story of an American football coach named Ted Lasso, played by the brilliant actor Jason Sudeikis. And he finds himself in an unexpected position of coaching an English Premier League soccer team, AFC Richmond. Now, you might be wondering, what does a sports comedy have to do with leadership? Well, Chris, you
It
can fill
it,
me
it
in.
doesn't. It's really it's interesting because when I first heard about this show, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And then I watched it, and it's addictive because he truly is that beloved character, and he does have
Mhm.
leadership lessons. And I remember right from the start, I was thinking I could do leadership lessons on each of these episodes, and um, it's true that Ted Lasso is so much more than just a show about sports. It's a show about personal growth, resilience, and most importantly, that leadership.
Mhm.
Everything that we talk about on our podcast. And Ted's unorthodox coaching methods and unwavering positivity make him an extraordinary leader who basically transforms not only the team but also the lives of those around him.
Yeah,
He
very true.
teaches us valuable lessons that can be applied to leadership in any domain, whether it's a sports team, a corporate setting, or even in our personal lives, to be honest. And so, over the next 10 episodes, what we'll be doing is we'll be dissecting the leadership genius of Ted Lasso and uncovering the underlying principles that make his leadership style so effective. So let's give you a sneak peek of the 9 leadership topics we're going to cover.
Yeah, absolutely. So episode one, which will be next week, I'm assuming, is the power of positivity. We're going to explore how Ted's unyielding optimism and positive mindset really create a ripple effect that inspires and motivates the entire team. It's actually a really, really good show to watch, and I would highly recommend you do that. And of course, tune into our podcast. Episode two, we're going to talk about empathy in leadership. And this really it's demonstrated by Ted's ability to understand and connect with each team member on really this personal level, and it demonstrates the importance of really having empathy in building strong relationships.
Right. So true. So true. And if we don't want to give too much away, but this is about an underdog, right? In so many
Yes,
ways. And
yes.
that power of positivity and that empathy and leadership cannot be underestimated.
Hmm.
We've talked again multiple times about that positive mental attitude, about having that can do attitude. And, Al, you're certified in emotional intelligence. I mean, you know all about empathy in leadership, and we've taught on that before.
Hmm.
So then we'll move on to episode 3. Right, and each of these episodes will be a 1 week show. So episode 3 is about building a supportive culture. We talk a lot about culture on this program, in this
Absolutely.
show, and we'll dive into how Ted fosters a culture of camaraderie, of support, and inclusivity within the team. The result is a cohesive unit that thrives together.
Yeah.
And again, that reminds me of that sort of the mastermind philosophy, right? So again,
Exactly.
bringing all those together, and the sum is greater than the individual parts, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
and then episode 4 is emotional intelligence. So this is Al's wheelhouse for sure. And this is Ted's emotional intelligence allows him to navigate difficult situations and understand not only what's happening, but really the underlying emotions of his team members, making him an exceptional leader. And again, we've talked about that because we've talked about what's the why behind the what, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. I'm fired up about this. I mean, Chris, this is going to be so exciting.
It
When we
is.
get to episode 5, we're going to be talking really about leading by example, right? We're going to discuss how Ted's actions speak louder than words as he's consistently demonstrating the behavior really that he expects from his team, which all good leaders should be doing on a regular basis. And if you're
Right.
not, then that's an area of growth for you. Now,
Mhm.
episode 6, we're going to talk about resilience in the face of adversity. Let's face it, if you're a leader of an organization, or you're going to face some adversity throughout your career, throughout your life. And now this really we're going to demonstrate how Ted's unwavering resilience and really his ability to bounce back from setbacks, it inspires his team to persevere even in the toughest times. And we're all going to experience those tough times.
Yeah. Yeah. And on those two as well, I'll lead him by example. I think that's the thing that comes to mind is that people will do what you do, not what you say, right? They'll copy that, so they'll emulate that. And then we both did when COVID came out. We both had the program from the Maxwell team about turning adversity into advantage. Right. So
Exactly.
again, there's a lot of good leadership lessons to come there. Then we get to episode 7, which is about trust and transparency. Wow, there's 2 big T words. And we'll explore how Ted builds trust through open communication, through honesty, through transparency.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing so, he creates a foundation for a strong and a united team.
Yeah. Wow.
Episode 8, mentorship and personal growth. Exactly what Raise Your Bars is all about. And really, and Ted's
Absolutely.
role as a mentor, it not only helps his team members develop their skills, but also encourages personal growth and self-discovery. So much more than just a job. And again, as a leader, a business owner, even a parent, whatever, look at deeper than just what's on the surface. And that's what we'll talk about in episode 8.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, this encourages personal growth and self-discovery. I can't tell you, Chris and I are both in the personal growth field, right? And
Yeah,
I know that name's out there a lot, and it's been watered down with some of the stuff out there today, but I think we've got an amazing program, an incredible program that's helped us grow businesses, and add some major dollars to their bottom line profits every year. But in dealing with my point is, in dealing with the people that we deal with, it's surprising how many people we come across that have no interest in personal growth and
right.
self-discovery. And it's really quite sad. And we've talked about it in previous podcasts. Napoleon Hill calls this drifting through life. And
Mm-hmm.
we see this complacency that's taken place in a lot of businesses and organizations today, where they think, things are okay. Well,
Yeah,
what if we could make them exceptional?
right.
Right. But that takes an investment, and I guess the leader that's going to step up to encourage that personal growth and
Yeah,
self-discovery.
time and effort, right? Time and effort, and they're the 2 things that people don't really want to give freely, unfortunately. But
Unfortunately is the right word. So in episode 9, we're going to talk about servant leadership, which is really a topic close to my heart, considering, I've been doing a lot of research and taking some people through a servant leadership program. And we're going to examine how Ted puts the needs of his team before his own. And really, that's what servant leadership is. It's no longer about me, it's about we.
mm-hmm.
It really, this embodies the essence of servant leadership. So each episode is going to feature an in-depth analysis, real world examples, and practical tips on how to apply these leadership lessons in your, not only in your own life, but in your leadership journey, and maybe even something you can impart to other leaders on your team. So I'm excited to hear from a range of special guests, including some leadership experts, some coaches, and some professionals from various fields who will share their insights on the impact of Ted Lasso's leadership philosophy. So whether you're a fan of the show, a leader seeking inspiration, or simply interested in personal growth, Leading with Ted is the podcast for you. So get ready to be inspired and challenged and uplifted as we really unlock this transformative power of leadership lessons from the one and only Ted Lasso.
Yeah, again, I'm so excited about it. Right, I've watched
It's going to be good.
Every episode, including the latest one, and so it's just a phenomenal thing, and being able to share leadership lessons from a TV show, right? Which I don't know whether it was originally written with the view that it would have leadership lessons. It probably was, because I can see that it's intentional there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so excited, and so we hope you'll join us over the next 9 weeks, and obviously share this with other people. And we want to thank you for listening to this introductory episode and indulging us as we introduce Leading with Ted, unleashing the power of leadership lessons from Ted Lasso. So stay tuned for the next episode, where we'll explore the remarkable power of positivity in leadership. Remember, you can find us on your favorite podcast platforms. So don't forget to subscribe and share with fellow leaders who could benefit from the wisdom of Ted Lasso. And share us look us out on social media.
Yes,
Join our Facebook group, whether you're an individual looking at personal growth or a business user looking for that. We've got a Facebook group and a page for each. So until next time, keep leading with the heart, just like Ted Lasso.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everyone.